Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's reading is going to be about there's a lot of catalysts that are arriving for people to reach new levels, plateaus, and understanding in their spiritual, career, and love life path right now. So a lot of messages are going to be coming in all different kinds of arenas. So we're going to find out, what angels, what spirits, who is supporting you, ancestors, what they really want you to know, how you can devise a workable blueprint and plan so you can make adjustments and be flexible and feel good about your life, because right now is a time of true acceptance of who we are, feeling comfortable where we are in our journey, not pushing too hard, definitely not having harsh words to ourselves because we don't think where we should be. We are exactly where we should be in every aspect. If we're just beginning a new healthcare routine and we might feel like a little heavier than we like or a little more sluggish, we're on the road to mending that, because it's something, an area in our life we always need to diversify and figure out where are these areas. Sometimes it's spiritual, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's mental, and sometimes one area gets neglected. So we're going to see also how spirit wants to help you in any of those realms. I know mine right now, I'm usually mentally on point and I have a lot of acuity and I understand because I'm always exercising my brain. However, due to that, I've had a lapse in like going to the gym and walking as much. And today I got to get out in beautiful, like really strong winds that I feel are refreshing, and they just blow all those cobwebs off of you and you feel that vital wind force cleansing energy. So if any messages come that's what you're in need of, sometimes it's just that fresh air. I tell you what, and you walk out and you have that crisp biting air that oxygenates your brain and starts flowing through you feel good. But I know how it is to get in that groove. I'll just finish this one more thing, I'll do this one more thing on the computer, I'll do this, and then all of a sudden it's dark, right, and the day has disappeared. So if you can allocate seriously only 15 minutes just to be outside, you'll want to prolong that, because that's how I was. I'll just do one lap around the park, and then it was another, and then it was like, let's go to the bird sanctuary. Our soul craves that. We are earth-bound, nature-bound souls, and we love that, and we crave that, and we need that. Some people it's the rain they love, some people it's the bright sun. I love wind. I love wind. I feel like it's so cleansing. That's why I love autumn, because it's so rich and diverse. So we're going to see any messages that are coming through for you guys. So we have 3 choices. What do you guys think of this color? Ian was like, oh, so we're 12 now. I told the lady, please cut them short and make them, I want something that looks like Aquaman. I wanted a fun blue green kind of color. And when I went in there, she laughed so hard because each of my hands had a different color and every nail was a different length due to me making jewelry. And she said, you have very interesting hands. They're not even the same color. Not one nail is the same length as the other. And I'm like, welcome to my life. And she always thinks I'm so interesting because I usually paint like extra sparkles on a nail and you can't even sandblast that crap off. So whenever she sees me, she's like, oh, here we go, get the sandblaster. She gets out this special file. It's hilarious. I've got to say, I love going into any Asian inspired spa because the peacefulness, the groundedness, the colors are like top and earth and sand, and it's so relaxing, and everybody's so good natured, and the craftsmanship that's involved in people caring and loving what they do is so wonderful. So I had a really nice experience before I did this read because I needed to. My mental state was just like, go, problem solve. And I was like, dude, you need to take it down a notch. And I feel like that's going to be a message for some of you too, because sometimes it's hard to shut that valve, right? Like, okay, brain, you can rest now. Just enjoy the fresh air. Just enjoy this television show. We need to train ourselves with that. So our 3 card choices are kyanite, that's also a number 28, obsidian 39, and euclase, which is 23. And I want to let you guys know, this reminds me, I do customized boxes. If you ever want a healing box, if you ever want a love box, if you ever want a money and abundance box, I custom make things. I do a special candle, and in that candle I put, say, I just did a healing box. I put tourmaline, obsidian chips and chunks in there with the appropriate flowers and oils and all of that. And then I have a few different stones like worry stones and amulet, and I put all these different things in there, and it's like, I really make them robust and gorgeous. And then I have sachets with salts, sage, and all different other things, lavender for relaxation. So come DM me on Instagram, which is Sparkwist11, and I'll create one of these. I do them really reasonably too, and I can give you some photographs. I just started doing that, but I really enjoy it because I like customizing stuff and making stuff special for people. So that's that. And that obsidian reminded me, I always love having obsidian around tourmaline. Those dark protective grounding stones are really beautiful. So again, 1, 2, and 3, and I'll let you make your choice. Kind of, I've got to tell you, is what it's a remarkable stone in that it's like citrine, where it carries 0 negative energy, and it dissipates all the other negative energy from other stones around it that it's in contact with, and it's very beautiful. I love it. It's just, I can't, it's so sky colored. It's remarkable, and it's such a soothing stone. So if you chose this, you know, this is about resolving disputes. This is about diplomacy right now, restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. So harmony means that, you know, even though we are different, we can blend our unique voices and create an ethereal chorus that's going to uplift us, right? Laughter really helps with that. Its message right now is an excellent time for fixing those sour notes that have appeared, you know, resolving any disputes or healing rifts for the good of all. You know, you ever think, oh, I don't want to walk into this office, classroom, or part of my house where this person could be, where there's conflict, right? It's heavy, it's distracting, and it's almost like if we leave it, it can fester and be a humongous distraction. It can also elevate to a level where it becomes really unpleasant, because that's where people start to envision things that aren't even really there, right? They create these scenarios and they gain this tremendous kind of life of its own. So we want that to dissipate. So really tune into others and work towards harmony right now. And you're going to find yourself like growing and becoming stronger as a result, because you're realizing you can resolve things. Why be petty? Why, you know, I always feel like the need to be right is such a tragic thing. The Last Word Lucy's, all of those people where they feel being right above all other things, being kind, being loving, or being forgiving. It doesn't make any sense, right? We're all imperfect, but love and commitment to fairness is going to help us heal ourselves in our relationships. You know, there's so much value in different perspectives, and we can agree to disagree. So lots of voices are needed in a choir. So we're called for to really delight and understand the differences and be fair and be welcoming. You know, diversity is what it's all about. So we're going to see who Saint or what's going on. And you have the Saint Anthony card. So this is saying spiritual teachings are going to be available to you right now in various forms. You're having one right now. Anytime you flip on a Lightwork or tarot reader, a healing perspective, that is going to help you. These teachings are everywhere, continually, right? Wisdom and spiritual education come to you through your practice of meditation, prayer, and contemplation. You're a conduit to receive inspiration. You're open to the healing power of prayer. Beautiful. So know that anytime that you're feeling like you're oscillating a little high, your nerves might be giving you anxiety, slow down and get in a meditative place. Oftentimes, if I'm picking somebody up or going to the store, before I enter that store, before I enter my home, I stop and I turn all the engines off and I just breathe deeply and I set good intentions into the place I am going. It's very helpful. I'm going to have a wonderful, relaxing time in this building, at this grocery store, in my home. I set that intention forward and I raise my vibration going in there and try to, you know, be grateful for all my life's experiences, even if I have to walk in the house to, you know, feed all the cats again and clean up and all of that, you know, but I've learned from the past and realized there's always help and hope. I don't have to think I'm doing it all myself. And this is your spirit's way of saying you don't have to do everything. There is help and hope around you all the time. Family members, friends, they will all come around and help you with whatever needs doing too, right? And right now you're also recognizing the impermanence of things. So even if something seems very heavy and, you know, like insurmountable, it decreases minute by minute, hour by hour, right? It's just that initial shock of something. Oh, I have to get up at this point to go do that. Like, I don't particularly love getting up at 5:30 every morning to get my son to his bus stop and do all that. But it's now part of my retinue, and it's actually one of my favorite parts of the day because I get to see the sunrise. I usually create the videos very early before any distractions of the day. All the cats are super happy to see me, so they're all gathering around. So it's that one thing that we thought would be the hardest is sometimes the most beautiful, right? So I don't incapacitate myself saying, oh, it's so early, it's this and that, and add negative energy. I say, I get to watch the sunrise. I get to see my crazy animals do insane things like they always do. I get to see, you know, my son's cute face when he first wakes up, when he's trying to figure out where his shoes are. You know, he's a teenager, but like drowsy teenagers are hilarious. They're like drugged hippos. They don't know what's going on. They'll just bounce off the furniture. And half the time it's like, I think it was last year, he put on my coat, and it was like this purpley kind of coat, and we had all windbreakers, and it was like dark, and I'm like, should I tell him? And I thought it was so funny, and I was like, yeah, I think I will. So it's a thing, looking forward to all the little funny moments that happen without the day, right? It's normal for you lately, and it's going to come into play where you're going to experience great happiness in your life through the little things. You know, these little measures of sugar and sweetness are going to add up to an overflowing cup of delight for you. I'm really excited. You know, you're just choosing to embody peace and mellowness right now. You don't want to get in any conflicts. You're ready to transform your life and create what could have been suffering into happiness, because a lot of suffering just comes from ignorance. We don't know what's down the road, but why should we know? Isn't that part of the delight and the surprise? And Spirit wants you to know, tap into that. It's going to be wondrous. It's going to be all right. So you also have the compass. This is saying you're going to have direction. You're going to have divine guidance that is going to show you, you know, your true life path purpose. It's going to guide you to your love if you're not already there. It's going to guide you to your perfect vocation, your perfect education, whatever you need. If you listen intuitively, you have an internal compass that is governed by your intuition, and it really is going to help you. Not to mention all the divine aspects of your spirits, ancestors, and everybody also helping you. They are orchestrating your dreams and helping you with your life right now. You know, your dreams and visions are going to be easy for you to remember and understand, and you're going to take action based on all these angelic messages that come through and point you in the right direction. So know, you know, that you're really cared for, and that's really beautiful, because I remember that every day. As soon as I get in my car, I feel the safety and warmth of all of that, and I can move forward feeling safe and feeling good. And you're going to do this as well. You're going to embrace the fact that you have all this thriving, happy energy around you that wants to help you. So beautiful energy, group 1 and 50. Yay! I feel like a few people are approaching their year 50 as well. I think I'm going to be 50 in November. I don't know though. I'm pretty sure. So love and light to you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and come see me on Instagram at Sparkrist11. We have so much fun every day there. The Goddess Provisions box is the sensuality box this month. Click on that link and check it out too. It's really, oh, the lotions and potions. The roll on rose oil is so spectacular. It's so rich and relaxing and just beautiful. So check that out as well. So anyway, kyanite, remember, if you ever need a stone that's going to make you feel reflective, relaxed, calm, and it will just negate any negative energy around you, kyanite is a really good stone for that. So I love that. So next we're on to obsidian. I love this. I have a big chunk of this, and I have the a lot of amulets with all the Chinese zodiacs on them in obsidian, and I love them. I find them highly, highly protective. It's very grounding, just beautiful stone. So this is saying to you, know, this is observing the self-reflection and knowing thyself. When you look in the mirror right now, like, who is looking back at you? How do you view yourself right now? Do you look into your own eyes and see someone that's willing to acknowledge the past and learn from it? Do you see someone willing to step into a new identity, one that's more suited to the life that you want for yourself? All of us are always changing, and we're a mix of the past and the present and, you know, the future we're moving towards. But you want the you that you think is just top shelf, that will be loved, that will be cherished, that is supported, even if it's unfamiliar. It's this new territory that you're entering where you're elevating in so many ways. So right now, just think about, what do you wish to change, right? Love everything about yourself, but is there something, do you have a habit or something you picked up that, you know, doesn't serve you, like maybe overeating, over drinking, overspending, whatever it is that's one side too far, a little too less of something, you know, or also, do you neglect yourself in care of others? A lot of people do this, right? So just remember, observe yourself whenever you can, and you can transform yourself by just being aware, being in the present. It's a big, big deal. You know, self-awareness means stopping long enough to acknowledge who you are. And when you observe yourself, you see the imperfections that are also beautiful, but you see the small changes that can be made to elevate you in the ways that are necessary, that can help you. Like, I noticed that today. I was like, I wanted to stop and just get Doritos or Munchies because I wanted them. And I thought, how do you feel after you eat those? You don't feel so great, and your hands are always blue or orange. You're all messed up. And then I was like, Right. How am I going to be 5 minutes from that when I get all that yummy salt and fake cheese that I think is the best? And then, like, shortly after that, I'm like, I certainly don't want to exercise. I certainly don't feel great. So that was a small adjustment I made today. Instead, I just swigged a Red Bull, which isn't great either. But it's like, so every once in a while, I like want this treat. And we all know that we reward ourselves in little ways, but we do have to, be careful on what is going on. So let's see who is also your angel right now. So Saint Joan of Arc, you are grounded and focused. You have plenty of energy and time to accomplish what you need and want to get done. You're confident in your abilities. Your strength is going to shine through in all that you do. Stand in your truth and maintain your ground. So some of you guys, I feel like this may be at work and or at home, where people are pulling you in different directions and they all want different things from you. This is where you just have to draw these boundaries and say, listen, I'm focused on what I'm doing now. When I complete this, I'll get to you. Do what feels most important to you and has the most pressing, matters at hand. You first, because everybody else can wait. We can't feed somebody from an empty table. Stand your ground too. If other people are saying things that are off the wall, crazy or not true, stand in your truth. And it doesn't mean that you have to be confrontational, argumentative, but what it does mean is you're not going to just go with the flow, because it's against your natural soul's voice to just go along to get along, especially when it's not true, right? So I feel like you're going to be drawn to standing up for yourself very, very soon. You're going to champion yourself and others. You're going to follow the guidance of your dreams and your visions and listen to your archangels, especially Archangel Michael, and you're going to position yourself what needs to be done in order to set these boundaries and create well-being for yourself and others. No more of this crazy stuff, because when you affirm your long-term well-being, that means, no, it's all the stuff that's done ethically. You're just speaking from the heart. You're speaking from the truth, but also from love, right? It's being non-critical to yourself and others, remembering all the powers that are within your body, your mind, and your spirit, and knowing you're going to be blessed with good health, prosperity, fabulous friends, colleagues, all of that. Look forward to that. Have that joyful anticipation, because wherever you go and whatever you do, you are a blessing to other people. Believe this. I mean, sometimes we may just feel like, oh, we're just another cog in the machine. It's not true. Everybody has an attribute that is healing and healthful and wonderful for somebody else to experience. And you have those gifts. You really do. So believe that. You're also drawn to empower people on a spiritual path, a lot of you people. I feel like a lot of you understand what it is like to have suffered or had a lack mentality. Now you no longer do. And you've been enlightened in some areas. And I feel that people draw comfort from you, and they are getting aligned with that kind of energy, and you're very empowering to them. So find others of like-mindedness, because I feel like they're drawn to you at this time, that you're a really beautiful voice of reason and help. Oh, I love this. And slow and steady, which is saying, we're not in a race to a finish line. It's the experience that matters. It's, how we go and go deep down in these deep fathoms to figure out what is really going on. Why are we really here? Like the big questions. I feel like you're feeling that a lot right now. Like, why am I really here? How could I contribute, on a global scale, on a huge scale, to other people, in this connectivity, in this energy and all of this? Because I feel like you feel this rising, this age of Aquarius, this bonding, this binding to other people. And you really want to talk big issues. You want to talk about spirituality. You want to talk about growth, hope, all those things, like the petty, the small, and the materialistic no longer interest you. You're just ready. But you need to work at a pace where you can digest the information and kind of catalog it and understand it. And again, as you get empowered, you empower other people, because you feel and you know the presence of the divine within and around you right now. You see beyond all the masks, you really do. And the spiritual essence and all the life right now is really evident to you. You're tapped into that, and it's really beautiful. So the interconnectedness of it all, the animals, insects, plants, all of it is being more and more integrated into your being. So you feel good. You're focusing on this great, like, infinite wisdom, and it's coming to you. And because you have divine protection, it's safe for you to be powerful. And that's your main message. It's safe for you to be powerful. You want to say something, get out there and say it. Say it on a global scale. Say it on a YouTube channel. Say it in a blog. Say things. I feel like you're compelled to at this time to speak on certain truths that you are figuring out, and they're very uplifting to you, and you want to share that message. Spirit is saying, do it. You have what it takes, and people are going to be interested in your offerings and what you have to say as well. So beautiful energy, group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and the little notification bell, ding, ding, ding. That'll let you know when all the new videos are up, and all my links are down below. The Goddess Provisions box, my Etsy store with all my goodies, and I'm actually going to put on all the things that I put on Instagram the other day, all those new guitar pick earrings and the things that I made, and the crystals and all that stuff. I am going to catalog on there and put them on tonight right after this video for you guys. So go check that as well. So Obsidian, if you ever feel like you're, you need protected from other people's negative energy, Obsidian is fantastic for empaths. It just, boom, it just ricochets that negative energy right off you. Highly protective. Just even a stone in your purse. I love wearing just pull-on bead bracelets like that, mala beads, things like that. Superior stone for that, for sure. So love and light to you guys. Now we're on to number 3, Euclase, number 23. I just want to have a quick peek in the book. I like to read. She has just these one little snippets that are wonderful. So this says, right now, what you're seeking, what's going to come for you. And the essential meaning of this is wisdom from within, the inner truth, aligning with divine intelligence, and trusting your own earned wisdom. That's the thing. We can backpedal so much and go, oh, I think, is that somebody else's philosophy? Is that something that I'm just devising in my head because it coagulates with everything going around? But what is really happening is when you're distracted by all the noise and the stimulation that's part of our lives now, it can be hard to trust that we have what it takes to make wise choices, right? So many people want to hone in. There's so much social media. There's so much stuff. And again, like it's anything like Facebook, anything, people will post things. And if it doesn't get a lot of likes or whatever, people will take it down. I find that so disheartening, right? We don't need the approval of the masses. You don't need the approval of anybody but yourself, because that's where the beauty takes off. That's where the interest takes off. That's where the wisdom comes in, what you want to go, your path, where you're going, right? This is about intuitive intelligence, and when it comes to knowing the truth, there's no experience that is ever more enriched than all of a sudden when we have that aha moment of, oh my gosh, when I trust myself and I really listen and slow down and look closely at things, relationships, what's good for me, health-wise, mental, spiritual, anything, and I slow the hell down and put the brakes on and I feel every feeling that I can, I realize whether I'm moving in the right direction or not, right? And you're starting to know that. And you're going to start to understand people you love and care about. It's not always easy because, they let us have a certain awareness about ourselves and how, we all interact with another and how we flow in friendships and stuff. And it's funny how people get categorized in families and in friendships. Oh, the funny one, the pretty one, the smart one, the blah, 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 right? All these labels are always flying around. And, this is about just transforming and having a rebirth to whoever you want to be, whenever you want to be that. One day you might want to be, I feel like you're going to get very fluid and trying on new characters. Like, I feel like sometimes you may want to be outspoken, and then other days you'll be introverted. Some days you want to be flamboyant and colorful. I think I said flamboyant instead of flamboyant. Flamboyant and colorful. And other days, you want to be muted and quiet and relaxed and, into not being discovered or noticed. There'll be all different, peaks and valleys for you. And that's okay, because we don't have to be any one way ever for any reason. I feel like right now, you're going to be spending time with reconnecting with what you really want, right? I feel like you're pulled in a lot of directions. There was a lot of busy work and activity, but now it's time for you to get inspired about what you want to be inspired. What is your inner guidance telling you to follow right now, like on your own sacred path? Did you put something on the shelf that maybe you want to revisit, like dancing and singing or writing or photography or something that is inspired creativity? Look back into that. Look to your daily life to create, right? Or do anything you want, because right now at this time, like, your potential is unlimited, and I feel like whatever you're offering the world is going to be so warmly received. You're going to be helped in so many ways and guided. So get ready to create these miracles into your new reality, because you can easily create a wonderful shift in your life. Your dreams are about to become reality. I feel this very strongly for this group, because what's happening is there is a shift of perception of, well, that's out of my league, and what kind of dream is that to even be dreaming? But the thing is, any option, opportunity, or endeavor we want to undertake, when we believe in ourselves, we have confidence, and we start to take focused, intentional steps towards that, it comes about. It's not overnight. Some people, especially for actors and writers, it can take months and months or years. But the thing is, it is our life path purpose and we love it and enjoy it. So it's the journey. It's not the outcome. Who cares about the outcome or the paycheck or the accolades or the fame? It's about the beautiful journey, right? Like I have so many people that are like, Melanie, I want to become a YouTuber, but I only have like 20 subscribers. What is going on? And I let them know that it's not about getting numbers. It's not about, definitely following anybody else's template. It's about being your original self, knowing what you want to express to the world and doing it your absolute best and having fortitude and pushing forward with that and not giving up, because there will be obstacles and you'll get naysayers and you'll also get just bored people that want to be negative. Who cares? Time to fly. You're going to really be able to flow easily with changes that life is presenting you. I feel in this group too right now too, because you have the Moonlight card, which talks about, there will be things in shadows. There'll be things in mystery. There'll be things that seem like effervescent, out of your touch, like smoke and mirrors, but they are real. And the reason we can pull things into the 3D is because first we think of them, then we recognize that's something we want, then we put our focused intentions and we begin to manifest it, but we also put effort towards that goal, right? Oh, I want to start a blog on something. So what do? You start to gather materials. You start to, spitball ideas. You maybe have discussions with like-minded people. You create a dream board. Then you just start. That's the thing. Taking the steps is what's important. We can dream forever, but we have to take tangible steps, right? And you're really going to be able to do this because all thoughts, words, and actions that come through you are flowing through your heart center, and they're creating a momentum and they're stepping your reality up in this. You have a little tenaciousness behind this, and you're going to make it happen, because I feel like you're a natural conduit of healing, love, and well-being for other people around you and yourself. So people are always also going to be happy to help you. You're very calming presence, and you know how to pull stuff into the 3D and actualize your dreams. You believer in miracle, right? You're ready to access and know stuff that is unknown right now too, right? You're going to be opening your heart to, listen, I understand there are things I can't even fathom at this point. And, slowly as my journey is unraveling, it's really crazy. I won't, tomorrow I'll start to discuss something that happened today at the nail salon. And I was like, wow, it just blew my mind. And it brings the magic of how connected we truly all are to one another on such a magnificent scope that I'm always blown away. Every day something happens where I go, I would have never noticed that 10 years ago. And now I'm so happy that I'm provided with the open third eye to see that. And you're going to have that as well. That fog is going to clear and you're just going to be like, ta-da! So beautiful energy, group 3. Love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Go out there and get whatever you want, because it's waiting for you big time. And all my links are down below. We all have the power. We all have the magic. We all have this liberation that's waiting for our heart, minds, and souls by just saying, who cares about the past? Who cares about this conditioning? Who cares about these subconscious implants? We are now like a budding flower, and we can bloom as brightly and as richly as we want. And that's what you're doing. You're like, oh, no holds bar. I'm ready to go. Excuse me. I'm on my way. Thank you very much. So love and light to you. I'm going to go upload.